right, we're in Negaim Perak Yud Daled Mishnah Yud. 10th Mishnah in the 14th chapter Masechet Negaim. We're continuing to talk about the process of the Metzora, the purification. He's in the Beit HaMikdash and he's doing his korbanos. So let's go back to the Psukim, which is in Vayikra Perak Yud Daled. Vayikra Perak, I think it's Perak Yud Daled, beginning of Parshat Metzora. So remember that the Kohen had already shaved and he's offering a keves, okay? And the Kohen takes the Kohen takes one keves, one sheep. He brings it as an asham. Ve'et log hashemen. He's going to take this log hashemen. Log is a quantity of oil. I don't remember how much it was. It was a lot. You can look it up. He waves them. Then he shachat et keves. And he slaughters the keves in the north of the Beit of the Azara, in the north of the sanctuary in the Beit HaMikdash, where he slaughters the chatat and olah offering b'makom kakodesh. Okay, we're going to skip a little bit. Okay, now what he does is the Kohen takes the blood of the asham. This is what we learned before. He puts it on the earlobe and on bo and yado amanit and on his big thumb. On his right thumb, and bo and ragoyim on his right big toe. Now, this is what we're up to in our Mishnah. V'lakacha kohen milog Hashem, and the Kohen takes from the log of oil, v'yatzak al kaf hakohen asmalit, and he latzik means he pours it, anoints it on al kaf on the palm of the Kohen's left palm. He takes it and he pours on his left palm. V'taval kohen etzba'o yamanit, and he dips. So he takes the oil and he pours it on his left palm. And then he dips, Tavalako and Etzba'oyam, and he takes his right finger from the shemen, got a little wet, from the shemen, Asher al Kapo Asmalit, that's in his left palm. V'hizam in Hashemen be'etzba'o, and he sprinkles from this oil with his finger. Hizam means to sprinkle. He takes it, shum, take it, sprinkles. Sheva pe'amim lifnei Hashem, 7 times. Umiyeter Hashem and Asher al Kapo, and from the rest of it, from what's left over, and then he puts it on the ozen, on the ear, and on the big thumb and the big toe of the Metzora, and then what's left, that's the psukim. That's a long way of doing the psukim, but now we're going to read in the Mishnah. You have to know the psukim. If you don't read the psukim, then you can't really understand the Mishnah. Natal milog Hashem, and he takes from this log of oil. So the Mishnah understands that he pours into the palm of Chavero, of his friend, not his, because it says, why his? Because it says, V'yatzak al kaf HaKohen, the Kohen. It's not his, mashma, it implies, Shakohen asayat hazaot hayeyotzek al kaf Kohen acher. The Kohen doing the pouring, the sprinkling, pours in somebody's hands. Mishnah says, but V'im yatzak l'toch kaf atzmo, if he poured it into his own palm, yatzah, that's okay. Remember, they're standing at the shire because the Kohen can't enter. So the Kohen turns around, he puts it in his hand, he sprinkles like he does. There's so much similarities between this and the avoda of Yom Kippur. It's fascinating. You have to remember the 2 birds are identical in height and size, like the 2 goats that are offered. There's a tremendous amount of similarities between them. The sprinkling of towards the Kodesh Kodashim, towards the Aron, fascinating. Anyway. And he dips in his hands, dip, sprinkle. You can't do a single dip and a double sprinkle. You can't do that. Follow it to the Metzora. Okay, he comes to the Metzora. Makom shu noten et hadam, the same places he put the dam. Sham hu noten et Hashem, and there he places the oil. Shneimar, it says al makom dam Hashem, meaning where he put it on his earlobe, right thumb, right big toe. V'hanotar min Hashem, whatever's left from the oil, asher akaf hakohen, that's in his palm. Yiten al rosh hamitayr l'kaper, puts it on his head as a tahara. Im, says the Mishnah, im natan kiper, v'im lo natan lo kiper. So if he does that, then he offers a kapara. The kapara works, and if not. And that's what he says. It says v'notar akaf Hashem and yitein arosh amitaher v'chiper alav akavein lifnei Hashem. And that's the offering. So Rabbi Kiva says that's conditional for his kapara. But Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri Omer, Rabbi Yochanan says no. Shiarei mitzvah. Shiarei means it's the remnants of the mitzvah. It's not the essence of the mitzvah. And therefore, if you don't do it, let me see if he doesn't. Shari mitzvah. No, the Bartuner doesn't say anything. Okay, it's Bein shenatan, bein shelo natan. Keep it. Whether he did it or not, whether he put the remnants and smeared his head, it's okay. Uma'alin alav ki'ilu lo kiper. So again, he must have had a Metzora of some kind from his Rabbanim that the Torah is not literal in this case. The Torah says v'chiper, but it doesn't mean v'chiper, but it means that he should do it lecharchila. It's shiarei mitzvah. It's part of the mitzvah. And if you don't do it, it's like ki'ilu you didn't do it, even though it's ki'ilu you did. Chasar log actually yasak. Let's say the log is missing oil. It wasn't a full log. Before you poured it into his hand, yimalen, you should fill it up. But mishi yatzak, if you realize that the log is missing oil after you already poured, yavir acher betchila diver b'kiv. You have to start over because you have to start the process from the process begins from yatzitzika, the pouring of the oil. Rabbi Shimon says no. Chasar log achelo natan. I'm reading as if you realize, or if it became missing. I guess there was a hole in the thing, whatever. Before you put it, i.e., you put it on the kohen, then yimal enu, then you should fill it up. But misha natan, but when you put it on the Metzora and you realize that it's missing, then then you're not yotzei. All right, we'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.